think about a sweltering hot summer day in Northeast Ohio. Finally, when you cannot take the heat anymore, you decide to pay a visit to your local pool or beach. When you get there, you don't hesitate to jump right in because most of us can feel comfortable in the water as opposed to our bodies. But what allows us to feel such comfort in such a potentially dangerous medium? The alert and trained lifeguards that line the pools and beaches play a major role in providing this comfort. Last year, I became a lifeguard and began working for the Mentor Civic Center. My job is very rewarding because each day in the summer I get to help people and make sure that they have a fun and safe time at our facility. However, aside from it being rewarding, many people don't realize the requirements of becoming a lifeguard. So today I'm going to explain to you the training that I experienced, the characteristics of a lifeguard, and the responsibilities of a lifeguard. First, I'm going to explain to you the training that a lifeguard must endure before becoming certified. MC Giles, author of Providing Safe Aquatic Facilities, says national training agencies such as the American Red Cross, Ellison Associates, the YMCA, and Boy Scouts of America provide the necessary skills needed by lifeguards to perform a specific technique to make their water rescues. The two instructors that trained me and the others in my class certified us through the American Red Cross. The class lasted for 2 weeks and went from 9 in the morning until 4 p.m. In the morning, we began in a classroom, and we would study the manual from the American Red Cross. And then later in the day, we would go out to the pool, and we would apply the skills and methods that we learned in the manual. And these were things like first aid, CPR, surveillance of the water, and our water rescue skills. At the end of the class, 2 written exams were required, and a skills test as well. The 2 exams covered first aid and CPR, and you had to get a C or higher to pass the class. The skills test was in the water, and you had to demonstrate a hypothetical situation in which you had to save a victim and then properly perform CPR. The class, along with the exams, was rigorous because they had to prepare us for the real job and mold us into the kind of people that are fit to be lifeguards. I'm now going to explain the many characteristics that a lifeguard has to possess in order to complete the course and gain their certification. A lifeguard must be knowledgeable and skilled, which requires them to actively participate in their training program. Hans Vogelsong, author of Reducing Risk at Aquatic Facilities through Lifeguard Training, says, "The goal for emergency responses should be that each employee independently acts in a proper manner in order to resolve the situation in a safe and efficient manner as possible. The only way to achieve this goal is through training and practice." Employers must also be able to rely on their lifeguards, according to the American Red Cross, to arrive to work on time, accept assignments willingly, be committed to their work, and respond to all incidents quickly and effectively. It's also important that a lifeguard is mature and can take their job seriously. They must be able to assume leadership roles, enforce all the rules courteously and consistently, and act with a positive attitude towards patrons and coworkers. Professionalism is also important because just like at any other job, a lifeguard has to look and act competent in order to execute the skills necessary for responding to all emergencies. The last characteristic of becoming a professional lifeguard is health and fitness, which according to the American Red Cross includes exercise, eating healthy, hydrating, resting sufficiently, and protecting yourself from the sun. Paul Fawcett, author of Keeping Lifeguard Pipeline Full, junior lifeguard, writes about the topic of fitness, saying that lifeguards should be able to swim 400 yards consecutively, demonstrating freestyle, elementary backstroke, side stroke, and breaststroke. Completing the training with all these characteristics is the first step in becoming a successful lifeguard, and should now be applied in the real world of lifeguarding through all the responsibilities that the job requires. So I'm now going to explain the responsibilities of a lifeguard. Primary responsibilities, according to the American Red Cross, are practiced to prevent drowning and other injuries from occurring. Giles says, an individual must demonstrate competency and skills such as in-water rescues, CPR, and personal fitness prior to assuming the responsibility for participant safety in a swimming environment. Lifeguards must be able to monitor the water effectively at all times to ensure that they decrease the amount of dangerous situations that could occur. The American Red Cross also believes that a lifeguard should know and enforce the rules specific to their facility in order to create a friendly and safe environment. The secondary responsibilities of a lifeguard basically help to maintain the facility. This includes things like cleaning the bathroom, taking out the garbage, testing the pool water chemistry, and opening and closing the facility. This also includes providing assistance to patrons and communicating with them properly, and things such as safety orientations and issuing swim tests. So to conclude, I want to leave you all today with the hope that you have a better understanding of what it means to be a lifeguard. It's very easy to think that lifeguarding is not a very hard job, because most of us just see them sitting lazily in their chairs. But I can assure you that behind our sunglasses, we are very alert and ready to respond to any emergencies. Because we have gone through the rigorous training, we have developed all the characteristics of a professional lifeguard, and we have learned all the responsibilities of a professional lifeguard. So hopefully the next time you decide to pay a visit to your local pool or beach on a sweltering hot summer day, you can appreciate the work of a lifeguard as you swim comfortably.